Hey guys, I am back with another video talking about my intimidating reads. So these are books that are on my TBR list that I've been putting off reading. I don't know why I keep procrastinating. I'm like, I'm gonna come back to it, but I never do because I always find another book to read instead of these ones. And I'm just gonna talk about that and why I find them intimidating. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Before I begin, let me introduce myself and my channel. My channel is called Satbo Reads Books. Who's Satbo? That's me, and I talk books, obviously. So yeah, let's get into the video. My first intimidating, why can't I say that word? Intimidating. My first intimidating read is Small Island by Andrea Levy. This book, I actually watched the play. My first intimidating read is Small Island by Andrea Levy, and I actually watched this play at the National Theatre, darling, the National Theatre, and it was a fantastic play. It was absolutely brilliant. I went to watch it with my sister. I think it was like last year or the year before. It was brilliant. It was delicious, and I was like, I have to get the book. Has the book not been chilling on my bookshelf ever since? Essentially, Small Island is about two characters, Hortense and Gilbert. They are from Jamaica, so during the Windrush generation, a lot of people from the Caribbean came from, obviously, the Caribbean, and they came over to the UK on Windrush, which is the boat that carried them, sent them over to the UK, and it talks about their journey, and this was in 1948, yeah, so after the Second World War, I think, yeah, can you imagine? I'm not good at history. They came during the Second World War, and it talks about their experience dealing with racism and getting used to the UK and assimilating with English people and their experiences. And yeah, it was a fantastic play, but when I look at the book, it's really thick. It's about 500 pages, and yeah, I think a book this thick is intimidating because I'm just like, what if I get bored during the book and I don't want to finish it? Like, I feel guilty if I don't finish books, so I tend to stick to books that are like 300-400 pages because I'm just like, okay, like it's not gonna take that long to finish it, but 500 pages, and especially when you've got a book that talks about experiences with racism and trying to assimilate into a country that you don't know and missing home, and it makes me sad, so, and angry at the same time, so that stuff kind of scares me to read because I don't like to feel that way about being black and coming to the UK. So it's a book that I've been putting off for a while, but hopefully in 2021 I can actually get into it and I can say it's one of the books that I actually tackled. So yeah, this is a great read. Yeah, definitely get it if you can. Just from the play alone, I know that this is a fantastic story, so it's definitely something worth reading. So yeah, check that out. My second intimidating read is Daring Greatly: How the Courage to Be Vulnerable Transforms the Way We Live, Love, Parent and Lead by Brene Brown. This book is clearly a non-fiction book, and it talks about how we can be vulnerable. I got this book ages ago, and the reason why I haven't read it yet, I feel like it's hard. I'm gonna go deep now. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? I don't think you're ready. The reason why I haven't read it yet is because I'm not even sure if I'm ready to be vulnerable like that. Do you know what I mean? Because if you read a book like this, you definitely have to do some soul searching, and you really have to go deep and just look within yourself. And right now, I don't feel like that's the time for that. That's not the time to go deep into myself. I'm not ready for that change yet. But I feel like when I'm ready to like pluck up the courage to be vulnerable in the way that I love, live, parent and lead, I'll definitely pick up this book, obviously. But yeah, it's not a long read. It's quite short, it's really short. But am I ready to make a change in my life? Gonna make a change. But not right now. But I heard it's a really good book. Someone really close to me recommended it, so I got it. But I haven't read it yet because I'm just like, I'm not ready for that. So we'll see. Hopefully again in 2021 I can get into it and actually maybe I can come back and talk about it. We'll see. Next one is my next intimidating read is an Orchestra of Minorities by Chigozie Obioma. He also wrote The Fisherman as well, which is a fantastic book. I think this one is purely based on looks. I know we shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but like, look how thick it is. Clearly there's a theme here. I'm intimidated by thick books. Yeah, it's quite thick. Again, it's like 500 pages. But it's also, it's a love story. Let me read out the blurb. A young farmer called Chinonso prevents a woman from falling to her death. Bonded by this strange event, he and Dali fall in love, but it's a mismatch according to her family, who reject him because of this lowly status. Is it love or madness that makes Chinonso think he can change his destiny? Set across Nigeria and Cyprus, an orchestra of minorities written in the mythic style of Igbo tradition weaves a heart-wrenching tale about fate versus free will. Now that sounds like a fantastic book, alright? We got love, we got drama, fate versus free will. Come on, fantastic question. But it's just like, why am I scared to read it? Because it's quite a long book, but I would love to see how it is written in the Igbo tradition. That sounds fantastic. I should definitely read it. I don't know why I'm intimidated by it. I think it's just because it's thick. Maybe thick things intimidate me. I don't know. But it sounds interesting. And I was definitely excited to read it. Hopefully I can soon. So I add it to my TBR list. But definitely want to read. Especially if The Fisherman was so good. I don't doubt this book is not going to be good as well, because it's by Chigozie Obioma and he seems like a fantastic guy. So I'll definitely be reading this soon. Okay, my next intimidating read, The Vanishing Half by Bennett. This book was on like every list this year. The must read, top 100 black authors that you must read. Like, there was so much hype about this book. So why am I intimidated by it? It's because of the hype. Do you know them books where it's just like everyone is saying that it's so good, and then if you come to read it, it's not good, and then you're just disappointed because everyone was saying it was good? It's like people saying that about Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams, or my sister the serial killer. Like, I'm not going to talk too much about those books. I'm not going to talk too much, not too much. But I think books that get a lot of hype intimidate me, because you're just like, okay, some people may be biased, or they're hyping the book too much. They're saying that it's good when it's actually not, and they're really just lying. because what I do is I don't even like to read what the book's about, so I can't even lie to you, I actually don't even know what this book is about. But I was just like, I want to take a chance on this book because everyone's talking about it. But if I quickly read the blurb on the jacket, it says, twins inseparable as children ultimately choose to live in two very different worlds, one black and one white. And it looks like it was set in the deep south and California from the 1950s to the 1990s. So it sounds good because it definitely talks about generational. It's a book that covers different generations, race, gender and identity, exploring that. And we've definitely been exploring a lot of stuff about race this year, so this definitely seems like a really good book to read, because obviously when it's on everyone's top 10 list I have to get it. So yeah, definitely will be reading this at some point, hopefully by the end of the year, if not definitely next year. And then my final book, my final intimidating book, I'm not even going to adjust that, Girl, Woman, Other. This won the Booker Prize last year, so obviously man had to get that in it, because if it's worthy of winning the Booker Prize it must be good, period. So I was like, let me get it because it's Bernardine Evaristo, everyone's talking about her, you know, she won the prize, well she shared the prize but she shouldn't have shared it. But this book was on everyone's list, like everyone's like, Bernardine Evaristo, like a book, like a woman of our rights. So I was like, do you know what, maybe let me get this book in it, let me see what the hype's about. So similarly to the Vanishing half, this book got a lot of hype as well. Obviously it won an award, so it must be good. But one thing that intimidates me about this book is it seems, someone told me it's short stories, but I don't think it is. It's like different women, different stories from different women, but their stories are interwoven somehow, and like we're going through it. So don't judge me here, I don't actually know what the book's about. I don't like to know what books are about, I just like to buy it, get the general gist and just like read it, because I like to be surprised with the contents of the book. I don't like to judge a book by its cover. Cliche but true. So I was just like, do you know what, let me find out in it. And it's a Black British book, so obviously I'm gonna get it because it's Black British, like why not. I love books that are set in the UK because it's familiar to me, isn't it? So we've got, if I look at the, sorry guys, my camera cut off. What was I saying? As I look at the sleeve, it says welcome to Britain and 12 very different people, mostly women, mostly black, who call it home. Teeming with life and crackling with energy, Girl, Woman, Other follows them across the miles and down the years. With vivid originality, impressible wit and sly wisdom, Bernardine Evaristo presents a gloriously new kind of history for this old country, ever dynamic, ever expanding and utterly irresistible. That sounds fantastic. Getting to follow different Black British women in different parts of the UK over different generations is great. I don't know if I want to call it a short stories, but hopefully it's as good as the hype. So this is another book that I'm intimidated by because of the hype, and if a book can get an award it must be good. So it's definitely one that I need to check out and read. And it's also quite thick as well. I've got the hardback. It's probably not 500 pages, but it's readable, I guess. I've just been putting it off because I'm just like, I'm excited to read it. I just want to be able to sit down and take my time with it. but I only get that time during like half term. That's like ages away. So yeah, Something is a book that I definitely need to read. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that video. Just a few books that I'm intimidated to read, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get to them by 2021, in 2021 actually. But yeah, again, my name's Blackberry Reads Books. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Which books are you intimidated by, that you're looking forward to read? Which ones have you been putting off reading, and why? Tell me, share with me in the comments, and click that notification bell to know when my next video is coming out. Hopefully I said that correctly, because I'm not a fully trained YouTuber yet. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye.